hour, dramatic developments have unfolded as far as the upcoming monsoon session of Parliament is concerned, which will begin tomorrow. And fireworks have already begun. So while Kiran Rijiju and Rajnath Singh chairing their all-party meeting, opposition MPs staged a symbolic walkout. While the invitation that was extended to invite the rebel MPs who have joined the all-parliamentary party meeting. Now, all-party meeting that we are now looking at, questioning the invitation to the rebel MPs, where the opposition is now alleging that this is unconstitutional and murder of democracy.
The so-called NCPI, which is an unrecognized party, the strength of the All India Trinamool Congress in the list provided by the table office is shown to be 28 members. These so-called rebel 20 MPs, their merger has not been approved by the Speaker. The 20 disqualification petitions are still pending. After the 91st Amendment, there is no room for a separate bloc. So on what grounds did the Parliamentary Affairs Minister extend an invitation to these 20 rebel MPs, and how are they attending this meeting? We have registered our strong protest and walked out as a symbol of our protest.
The Honourable Speaker has written affiliation is granted to them. Where is that term in the books of law? Yes. The Schedule 10 doesn't say anything about that, and therefore we too have protested against it.
So protesting on the presence of the rebel MPs in the all-party meeting is something which is irked the opposition and staged this symbolic protest. Pragya and Nyamika joining us. Pragya, what is the status of the all-party meeting then?
Well, there's a lot of discussion on the issues that the opposition want to put to government, and also government is also speaking about various issues. Remember, there is also issue of women reservation delimitation, which is not listed in the list of business, and this is what some of the MPs have also spoken about. What we are given to understand, as Mr. N.K. Premchandran has told us right now, that it looks like the DMK is indirectly supporting the bill. All they want is a clarity on delimitation, which seats are going to be impacted and how is it going to be impacted, and they will support the bill. This is a big breaking, Amita, that DMK, according to Mr. N.K. Premchandran, looks like is giving a tacit support to both women reservation and delimitation bill. So obviously there is discussion on women and delimitation bill in all party meeting. There are objections from various opposition political parties for giving space to the breakaway faction of TMC and Uddhav Sena rebel MPs who are now part of the Shiv Sena. Obviously, Aam Aadmi Party is also upset because the Rajya Sabha MPs have gone to BJP. So these are some of the issues that are, impacting opposition parties, and they have voiced that. They have come out they have walked out of the meeting as a symbolic protest, and they've gone back because they know the issues are very important and they need to put that issues in front of the government. They want a debate on NEET. They want debate on embezzlement of the donation in Ram Temple. In fact, Mr. Pramod Tiwari of Congress Party has just came out and said that we have these issues on the top priority: NEET, agriculture, ethanol blending, and also Ram Mandir, Chanda, and also the fragmentation of the opposition parties. These are some of the issues that Congress are going to take up.
So it seems that the opposition is building its ammo to take on the government tomorrow onwards, but it seems that this is a bit of a preview of what's to happen from tomorrow onwards as far as the monsoon session of Parliament is concerned. Let's in the meantime play out more reactions that have been coming in.
देखिए, टीएमसी के साथियों ने बैठक के साथ ही सवाल उठाया कि टेबल ऑफिस से जो एमपी की सूचना आप लोगों के पास भी गई होगी, उसमें तृणमूल कांग्रेस के 28 सांसद दिखाए गए, और उसके बावजूद जो तैमूर से अलग हुए दल, एक जो नया ग्रुप है 20 एमपीज का, वो 20 एमपीज के ग्रुप को यहाँ निमंत्रण दिया गया, जबकि स्पीकर साहब ने अभी उनकी पिटीशन पे कोई फैसला नहीं लिया। जो सरकार कर रही है ये अनडेमोक्रेटिक है, अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है। डेमोक्रेसी की हत्या के हर संभव जो प्रयास सरकार कर रही है, विपक्ष पुरजोर तरीके से उसके खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ने का काम कर रहा है।
ये जो भाजपा है ये खरीदो फरोख्त क्यों कर रही है? मतलब कि 20 टीएमसी के सांसद, वो लेजिस्लेटिव पार्टी, कोई नॉर्थ ईस्ट जिस पार्टी को हम जानते भी नहीं हैं उसके साथ मर्ज करके और पार्लियामेंट में बैठने लगे। फिर सुना है कि एनसीपी के कुछ लोग भी इन्होंने अपने पक्ष में कर लिए हैं। 9 में से 7 लोग आपके भी इनके पक्ष में हो गए। अगर 2/3 संसद में बहुमत इनको मिल गई तो उसका नतीजा क्या होगा? अपनी मनमानी नियतों के आधार पे संविधान बदल देंगे, डिलिमिटेशन कराएंगे, और डिलिमिटेशन जैसे इन्होंने असम में की वैसे कराएंगे।
So let's connect with Nyamika on this, because Nyamika, Congress party also extending support as the opposition is concerned. So how many parties in all that we are now looking at? Of course, they do want to showcase as far as their unity or their strength is concerned.
Well, yes, indeed. Today's walkout from the all-party meeting is basically a messaging which the opposition is trying to give, that they all are standing united. The way in which this split has taken place within the Trinamool Congress, they are basically raising a question upon the speaker's call as well as the government, that why these rebel MPs who have left the party of Trinamool Congress and joined the NCPI, why they have been invited in this particular all-party meeting, which is being called just ahead of the monsoon session of Parliament. And it seems like this is just a trailer, because this entire monsoon session is expected to be a stormy one, because the way in which all of these issues are going to be taken up by the opposition parties regarding the Ram Mandir donation row, as well as the NEET paper leak, all of these issues are going to be focused by the opposition members. However, on the other side, the major challenge for them is about the number game, which is going to be there in this Parliament session if the government is going to bring in the delimitation bill. The way in which these MPs from the opposition parties like Aam Aadmi Party, Trinamool Congress or the UBT Sena, they have joined the NDA. Then how is going to be the strategy? What is going to be the strategy of the opposition parties if this
tomorrow before the Parliament
is going
session
to be
begins?
brought
That
up,
is also customary, and also when it comes to the Prime Minister's message, that is also likely to come as seeking for debate and cooperation on part of the opposition as far as the monsoon session is concerned. And a similar appeal that has been made by the Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, who reached out to the Vipaksh asking them not to disrupt but to debate and discuss.
आज सरकार ने ऑल पार्टी का फ्लोर लीडर्स का बैठक बुलाया है। हम पूरे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को अनुरोध करते हैं कि ये जो मानसून सत्र है इसको अच्छी तरह से चलाने में सब योगदान करें, सहयोग करें। पार्लियामेंट सबका है और सरकार जो भी बिजनेस बिल्स लेके आएंगे, मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि सारे अपोजिशन पार्टीज और रूलिंग पार्टीज, सारे मेंबर्स अच्छी तरह से हिस्सा लेंगे। पार्लियामेंट जितना अच्छा से चलेगा उतना ही देश का भला होगा। हम संसदीय लोकतंत्र में रहते हैं और लोगों के द्वारा चुने हुए जो प्रतिनिधि हैं वो अपने अपने बात पार्लियामेंट में रखने का मौका मिलता है और हम अच्छी तरह से जोरदार बहस करें। कोई पार्टी या कोई मेंबर अपना जो भी बात रखना चाहता है पार्लियामेंट में पूरा रख सकते हैं। और एक और मैं विपक्ष के साथियों को कहना चाहता हूं कि पहले में भी पार्लियामेंट को काफी चलाने में दिक्कत आई थी क्योंकि हंगामा बहुत ज्यादा हुआ था। हंगामा होने से कोई लाभ नहीं होता है और लोग पसंद नहीं करता है। लोग चाहते हैं कि पार्लियामेंट सुचारू रूप से चले, ये सब चाहते हैं, देश का जनता चाहते हैं, हम सब भी यही चाहते हैं। पार्लियामेंट में हंगामा करने से पॉलिटिकल लाभ मिलता नहीं है, ये सिद्ध हो गया है। इसलिए मैं फिर से सब पार्टी के नेताओं को मैं अनुरोध करता हूं कि पार्लियामेंट अच्छी तरह से चले, इसमें सब लोग योगदान करें और हम भी विपक्ष के बात सुनेंगे और विपक्ष भी हमारे बात सुने। हंगामा करने से टाइम सबका नुकसान होता है, देश का पैसा नुकसान होता है। इसलिए पार्लियामेंट का सत्र को विशेष करके जो ये मानसून सत्र है, कई इम्पोर्टेंट बिल्स बिजनेस सरकार की ओर से लाने जा रहे हैं, इसमें सब सहयोग करें। अगर विरोध भी करना है तो बातों के जरिए ही विरोध करें, हंगामा ना करें, और हम अपने तरफ से पूरा योगदान देंगे, सहयोग करेंगे, और विपक्ष से भी हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि वो भी सहयोग करेंगे।
But this big development is now coming across as far as first, the DMK seems to be suggesting that it is softening its stand on delimitation. The India Bloc MP now dropping this mammoth hint and saying that they indirectly supported the bill. And this is RSP's NK Prem Chandran giving it away, saying that the DMK said they will back if there is clarity. And they have been signaling support. Let's play out this exclusive conversation.
I think indirectly DMK has supported the bill if clarity is there in the bill. Clarity regarding the delimitation and the number of seats is there. I think that from the observation of Sri T.R. Balu in the meeting, it is indirectly they are supporting the delimitation bill. That is the language which he has used.
Well, Pragya, this is a big development. I mean, if the opposition parties come out to extend their support to women reservation and delimitation, then the numbers would add up for the NDA. And if the DMK being one of those parties which was vehemently protesting against delimitation, what changed their mind?
Well, Amita, there is different understandings that are coming right now. As Mr. John Bittal is saying that his understanding of DMK is that they are for delimitation, but they're saying that the constituencies and constituents should remain same for 25 years. This is exactly what he's saying. So it means that DMK is okay with the delimitation, but they have certain condition as far as delimitation bill is concerned. But when the DMK comes out of this all-party meeting, we're definitely going to speak to them, as their support is very crucial as far as two-thirds of majority of passage of this particularly two-bill delimitation and women reservation is concerned. The feelers that the government has got from the DMK is that they are okay for it. What other India Bloc parties are saying that they need more clarity on delimitation. This is exactly what DMK is asking the government. So probably there is some kind of solution that government can work out with the DMK, and if their conditions are met, they are going to support it. But what are these conditions exactly? We'll speak to DMK leaders when they come out of the meeting.
The meeting that is still underway, of course, when it comes to the business of the House, that is now being taken up. And of course, seeking for cooperation is something which the government has been doing to the opposition, but some of the political parties, mainly who have been affected because of the split, and that have staged a symbolic walkout, which some other parties also lending their support. Let's in the meantime also talk about the showdown that has continued over this. Of course, when it comes to the opposition party leaders, and these developments are significant because the BJP also has bolstered its efforts to muster up two-thirds majority to pass the 131st Constitutional Amendment Bill to roll out women's reservation and delimitation. And even as the numbers are now stacking up, let's take a look as far as when we speak of the 543-member Lok Sabha, which is currently at 362. So currently 3 seats that are also vacant. And effectively, when we speak of the two-thirds majority, that comes down to 360. And it was in April when 298 votes were cast in the bill's favor and 230 were against. And right now, the NDA has the strength of 298. If we add the 20 rebel TMC MPs and then the new fence-sitters, are DMK also giving a hint at possible extending support. And that is also coming in from the NCP-SP faction and from the Shiv Sena UBT faction, because now their strength is now reduced to 3. So if these parties switch sides, then the bill may get the support of 351 MPs. That means that the NDA will clinch closer to the two-thirds majority. But Samajwadi Party also being one of the biggest opposition parties, if they abstain from voting, then that means that the two-thirds majority number will significantly come down. So meanwhile, the opposition leaders who are attacking the government, the Congress continues to maintain that the shadow of embarrassment that the Modi government had to face and to endure during the matter that was taken up in the month of April during the session is something that still haunts them.
समाजवादी पार्टी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जन विरोधी नीतियों के खिलाफ, इस देश के लोकतंत्र को कमजोर करने के खिलाफ मजबूती से खड़ी रहेगी। वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो सांसदों को तोड़ने का काम कर रही है, कानून एजेंसियों का दुरुपयोग कर रही है, समाजवादी पार्टी झुकने वाली नहीं है। समाजवादी पार्टी भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मुकाबला करेगी।
Well, Nyamika, because it is not official as far as the business of the House is concerned, that delimitation would be reintroduced, but the Congress party continues to maintain its stand that they and other political parties will stand united.
Well, yes, indeed. The Congress party is making this claim that both the leader of opposition, be it Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge or Mr. Rahul Gandhi, are continuously in touch with the India bloc parties, and they are also, trying to speak to them to prepare a united strategy for the monsoon session of Parliament, and that is the only reason why tomorrow there is also a meeting which is being called by the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, at 10 o'clock in the morning, where all the floor leaders of the India bloc parties are going to be present, as we have seen that how not just a strategy regarding the reported delimitation bill is going to be prepared, but there are other issues on which the entire opposition is standing united, be it about the Ram Mandir donation scam or the NEET paper leak. All of these issues are going to be discussed in tomorrow's meeting, which will take place in the chamber of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. But if we talk about the delimitation bill in particular, then the number game is going to be a big challenge for the Congress party, and in fact for the entire opposition. Right now we have also seen that how it is Mr. T.R. Balu who has also indirectly given this kind of a messaging in the all-party meeting that if there will be some changes which are going to be made by the government of India, then there is a possibility that they might support the delimitation bill. This is something which is being said by the RSP MP, Mr. N.K. Premchandran, who is a very senior opposition leader as well.
Conversation, but these are indications that are now coming in that even the opposition parties who stood against the government previously seem to be indicating that they are ready for reconsideration of their stand on delimitation and on women's reservation. More reactions lined up. Let's listen in.
तो ये उम्मीद रखते हैं कि अपोजिशन जो है एक देश की जनता
propriety that they invited the so-called NCPI, which is an unrecognized party of 20 TMC traitors. 3 points. This so-called NCPI, the speaker has not approved any merger. Anyway, a merger of a parliamentary party, 2/3 cannot happen. You need the original party. Speaker has not approved, number one. Number two, the Trinamool Congress has filed 20 disqualification petitions, which are still pending. That has not been decided on. Number three, the list of the party strength as of today includes Trinamool Congress as 28 MPs. So if that is the case, on what basis, when the Speaker's office has neither recognized them, nor merged them, nor disqualified them, how can the Parliamentary Affairs Minister decide to grant them this recognition on his own, outside of the Speaker's office, and invite them to the meeting? All the parties were unanimous in this, and we did a walkout. Inside the Parliamentary Party Affairs meeting, when we went back, the all-party meeting, all the opposition parties raised a few points, which was across the board. The first was the issue of the paper leaks, the NEET, where there have been over 152 paper leaks in the last 10 years. About 8 crore students have been affected. This was one issue. The second issue we raised also was the illegal arrest and detention of Sonam Wangchuk today from Jantar Mantar, and the fact that there has been no outreach on the part of this government for this peaceful non-violent protest, and what is it being held under. The third point that we raised, which the Samajwadi Party also was very strong about, was the issue of the loot in the Ram Mandir. And crores of devotees, Hindu devotees across the country's emotions are tied with the Ram Mandir. Not only has been an organized loot in the Ram Mandir, now we find that such loots are also happening in Badrinath and other Hindu places of worship, where people go and offer offerings, and that sanctity of that has not been protected, and there is deathly silence from the Prime Minister and the government. This Ram Mandir was inaugurated by the Prime Minister, if you remember. The Pran Pratishtha was done by the Prime Minister. Now when such a big thing has happened, how is there silence? Another thing we spoke about was the Operation Lotus, as the CPIM, Mr. John Brittas brought up, that the corporate terminology of mergers, acquisitions and takeover has come into the parliamentary democracy, where you are finding that the party in power, in order to pass the delimitation bill, are using their brute force to break every party using the carrot and stick policy. There is no room for this. Also on ethanol E20, when worldwide we see E5, E10 and cars are manufactured with that specially, In India, where most people struggle to buy one car in their lifetime and majority of cars on the road are over 5 to 7 years old, how is their engines are not compatible with this high grade of ethanol? How is this possible? And we also spoke about using the ED, the Enforcement Directorate, as a tool to cripple opposition parties. So these were the basic points raised by everybody at the party. One by one, please.
On the delimitation bill, that the guidelines of the whip will be applied on the 20 MPs during this session.
Look, this is, as far as we are concerned, we have moved for disqualification. So the speaker should decide on the disqualification petition, because either he says yes or he says no. The rule is very clear. If you see of the 10 scheduled to 1A, the very first point there is that if you have said that you are voluntarily giving up membership, you are no longer a member of the party. All of these 20 MPs have said that we are belonging to this NCPI. So that is the ground for disqualification immediately. We have moved the petition. Please decide on it. Either if you decide on it, if you don't disqualify them, then we will go to court to disqualify them over.
Also, DMK spoke about delimitation.
We did not go into the point of delimitation as long as I was there, unless something has been discussed when I've just come out, as you can see. But there was nothing which has been mentioned on the delimitation bill. What our point and all the opposition points was that the women's reservation bill has already been passed in September 2023. And the women's reservation, there is nothing stopping the government from passing the reservation bill and executing it today as of the strength of 543. That is what we have at least said as opposition, and nothing was said very clearly on the issue of delimitation has not come out. One second, let me finish. I will, sir, 1 minute.
Just one clarification. As of now, these
Is Mahua Moitra registering her protest, symbolic walkout, and of course how the opposition is now preparing to take on the government on multiple issues is the discussion that has been undertaken in this all-party meeting. Back after a short break.